Hello and welcome to another episode of Ken Training, where we try to give you the training that you need in order to tackle projects like this one on your own. Today's project is going to be a discussion about the hose bib backflow preventer valves, how to remove them and how not to remove them, and how to get yourself out of trouble in case you remove it the wrong way, which is what happened to me. So with that, I'm going to try to give you valuable content in the shortest time frame period, and I only ask for you to do one thing for me, and that is to hit that like button right now. And with that, let's go on with the show. Okay, so the situation that happened to me is that I just had my house completely re-piped with PEX pipe, and in so doing, the plumber that I hired went through the hose bib valves, and they install these backflow preventers. And the way that these backflow preventers work is that they come with a set screw right there. The plumber puts the backflow preventer on the hose bib valve and then takes a wrench and then tightens up the set screw until it breaks off, and then shears it off so that you can't remove it. This particular backflow preventer leaked from day one. But the plumber, this is why I have a love-hate relationship with these plumbers. The plumbers are just on autopilot. They put the backflow preventer on because it's a code requirement. I don't believe it's a code requirement that it has to be installed with the set screw that's broken off. The plumber, the installer, has two choices. They could go on autopilot like the way that they're doing, break this off so that if you need to replace this, then you have to deal with how to remove the broken off set screw, or they could snug up the set screw and not break it off, or they could even remove the set screw and just put it on. So if you ever need to, you can just simply unscrew it and replace it as needed. But these plumbers are just on autopilot, and the instructions are screw that in until it shears off, and then you guarantee that no one can tamper. It's like tamper-proofing the backflow preventer. But these backflow preventers, like mine, leaks. And they leak over time, or in my case, it leaks from day number one, the day after the guy left. So it's very frustrating. So then I make the rookie mistake of thinking that I could use my drill to drill out the set screw, but not drill through the valve body in an effort to try to remove the backflow preventer without damaging the valve. But I put too much pressure on my drill, and I went right through this, and I went right through the valve body as well. And so when I did that, I effectively destroyed the valve. And let me show you what I did. Okay, so this here is the hose bib valve. This is the backflow preventer. The backflow preventer was installed like this right here with the broken off set screw. Here I am, and I tried to drill here, and I went too far, and my drill went all the way into the valve itself. And you can see, and let me tell you what I did. I've already made this repair, and this hose bib valve is back to its normal operation with JB Weld. JB Weld saved my bacon on this job here, and it absolutely was able to salvage this valve. Another thing that these plumbers do that kind of upset me is that, which is good and bad, they use Pro Press fittings. So there's copper Pro Press fittings. So that means they do not need to make a soldered joint here, 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 and here, and here. And there's an O-ring that's on here, which means you cannot put heat here, otherwise you'll melt out the O-ring. But the problem is that if you want to change out this valve, you got to go back and change out this whole thing here, because these are all one-time fittings. I would have preferred it if they had given me a female 3/4 inch threaded end right here, with a male 3/4 inch threaded valve, so this way you could change out the valve if you needed to without disturbing anything else. But these guys are just on autopilot. They just get out and get as quick and dirty as possible, and here they left it in this configuration, which means I cannot change out the valve. I cannot put heat here because this O-ring will be destroyed as a result of that. So what I did was I just simply used JB Weld, and I was able to put it, and I put it all on the inside. Let me give you a nice close-up there. And this here is what the inside looks like. And you can see that I coated with JB Weld all the way on the inside, and I got the threads right there really well, so it completely works. Okay, here is the hose bib valve, and you can see the pressure that's on the system is right here, which is about 72 pounds or so. And we'll go ahead and open up this valve, and maybe you can hear that, and you can see that there are absolutely no leaks with this valve here in the fully open position. That JB Weld saved my bacon on this valve. Now, let me show you a better way of doing this, and that is to use a Dremel tool. We have another backflow preventer valve to change out on the back of the house. The set screw is still in the broken off configuration. We're going to try to use this tool here, a Dremel with this cutting bit on it right here, which is just a metal cutting bit. Okay. Alright, here's the other hose bib valve. There's your broken off set screw on that backflow preventer, and we are going to use the Dremel tool here to try to score that so I can use my flathead screwdriver to extract it. I got my safety glasses on right now. Okay, we got it. Okay, I just scored it a little bit with my Dremel tool, just enough to put this flat-bladed screwdriver in there. And you can see right here that I am extracting the set screw, and that would be the proper way to remove the set screw. So this way, if you wanted to, you could take off this backflow preventer without disturbing and destroying your valve. Now in my case, I'm going to leave this backflow preventer in the hose bib valve, but I'm just simply not going to put the set screw in place because this backflow preventer is still good. But if I ever needed to, it'll be easy for me to extract and take this off and exchange it or not use it or whatever it is I want to do. Okay, in this video I showed you two different methods to extract a backflow preventer. The first method that I showed you was the wrong way by using a drill, but if you made that mistake and used a drill and went through the valve, I showed you how to get yourself out of trouble by using JB Weld and putting that. If you've never used JB Weld, it's so easy to use. All you do is take a putty knife and some cardboard, mix up enough product for you, mix equal parts of the hardener and the resin, and mix that together, put that in, let it set for over 24 hours, and basically you're good to go. Make sure you clean your surfaces. I used a wire brush and cleaned everything out real nice, and then wiped it down with a paper towel, put on my JB Weld, let it sit for over 24 hours, and you saw the results. The results were fabulous. So this product got me out of trouble by using the wrong tool. I also showed you the correct way to extract the set screw from the backflow preventer by using the Dremel tool. Now here, hopefully you can see this. Here is the set screw that we extracted. And here is where I just scored the set screw just not even 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch, in an effort to get my flat-bladed screwdriver, which is right here, just in that groove right there, and that was enough to extract the set screw from the backflow preventer. And that is the proper way, the easy way, so that you don't make the mistake and have to go through the JB Weld situation to bail yourself out of trouble. You don't even need to go there if you just simply use the Dremel tool. You use this tool here, and that will make your job so much easier. That is going to conclude this video. If you got any information out of this video at all, please click that like button right now. Subscribe to my channel, Ken Training. I will catch you on the flip side.